What happened was when I was separated from Miss Disa, and Miss Disa taught me to say what you mean. Uh, so I was only 9 when I joined Karachi American School, and then by the time I think I was 10, I was getting closer to Miss Disa. Uh, uh, so when I got separated, everything that Miss Desa had tried to instill in me and guide me to become, so I was very scared about truth. I started to, in my separation, grieving for Miss Desa and shocked that she's, how could someone not like her uh, not understand my heart, my feelings, and all that. So when I was separated, uh, it really used to hit me hard. And when I went to Dubai, first of all, I realized in that grief that I will not, I can only marry someone I love. And so, you know how I and love his parents to be a good daughter-in-law too. I mean, overall. So I want a loving house, and I will do my best to not separate my husband from his parents. If he is the eldest and he has a responsibility, or if the mother is close to the person I love and want to get married to, so the son should not leave the mother. So all these things were like exaggerated, truth. And later on, like before, my father used to use American Express when card. So it gave him a lot of interest, and when we used to shop, and he would tell me to buy clothes, but then I became so, this thing, like, because my father's family used to insult me not wearing clothes and everything. So my father even hit me that I should buy dresses when we were in Harrods. So this way I became interested in clothes. And so by the time I reached Karachi American School, and so in Karachi American School we didn't have a uniform. So, we started shopping for the whole year, clothes from London, and we had to get shorts too, and things like that, and dresses. And so that's how I became interested in clothes. And I gave my father a great kind of loss. Like he used to use his gold American Express card in London and get a lot of bill in the end. But later on, my father's business was liquidated, and the brothers' partnership, some of the business, they claimed liquidation. So then I didn't have an American Express card, thank God. So like Rasulullah, it's written in the Quran, I've read that Allah and Prophet Muhammad are in war against those who take interest and who deal in interest in any way. So I considered myself lucky. Even in London, I mean, I had a cash card. It's like a debit card here, and there's hardly any interest on a cash card. I never kept a credit card personally. So this is how I was fearing God, becoming God-fearing even more, and what Miss Desai taught me. So, to find out that my father, who had worked for his brothers, sacrificed his education, wanting to be a lawyer, but couldn't be a lawyer. He joined the family business. He worked hard in the nights. Sometimes, on the cargo, he would go to sleep. And then once the cargo was going into the ship, so he would have gone into the ship had he not woken up. So this he was doing at the age of 21. He started working for the family business, and some problem we had in 1980, 81, sorry, 80 we were in Karachi. We didn't go for vacations. I don't think so. Sorry, this was a message, if you heard it, the sound. Sorry, so we didn't go to London. Other uncles were taking their families abroad, but my father wasn't. We went to Singapore, but we didn't go to London. And then later on also he was telling us that due to Iran-Iraq war he's suffered losses. But I was seeing that his brothers here in Dubai, they were able to go abroad for vacations, but we couldn't. And none of the brothers' children suffered educational loss. They've been to, America. So my father said that the government was paying for them. They were on scholarship. So whatever the losses the family was going through, we got it hard. It hit us. But my father's brothers had maintained that thing. They still, they were living the way they were living in Dubai, luxuriously. Their children could get help from the government to go to the United States of America or even Australia and anywhere around the world if they want to for higher studies. But we couldn't because we were in Karachi, so they wouldn't accept at that time. They wouldn't accept someone who was outside of UAE, even though a national, a local, to give them scholarship at that time. So that's how my brother suffered. Couldn't go to MIT. He was accepted after his 12th grade in Karachi American School to MIT. So I was saying that I became very this thing, like, oh my God, how can this person lie? And I became very allergic to hypocrites. I couldn't stand hypocrites during the separation of Miss Tissa. I was going through a great hell of mine. And so I came to Dubai once, and this person was going on my cousin, Abdul Mehdi, about against my father. And so he was like stabbing knives in my head or heart. I was like really on the verge. I mean, I separated from Miss Dissa. I was on the verge of nervous breakdowns and all this. But then this was too much for me. And I have to clear my father's name, if he is innocent, not guilty, of the accusations put against him. And even Mutahar told me, my aunt, disowned aunt, that in Dubai they put your father down. And Mutahar had heard a lot. And she was telling me, giving me names or what, whoever was putting my father down and saying what against my father in Dubai. So all this reached her ears in Karachi. And I was very calm because And half of the things she was saying I couldn't get, because all I was thinking of was, my great principal and her gracefulness, her patience. When her father was taken to court, and what happened to her father he was 90 years old, and I can't talk about it right now. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.